Hi YouTube, Mochismo Eugene, another video from Exit Strategy. Hope everyone is doing well on a Tuesday. It's a beautiful day to do some beautiful things for the creator and yourself. So I want to talk about focus. I know for myself in times past and even in the present, a lot of times when things don't go according to the way I think they should go, it's normally or it's usually the focus or the lack thereof. How do you get focus? How do you keep focus? How do you maintain focus? Actually, how do you establish focus after the narcissist? And in fact, it's not that hard, because if you're healing and if you're getting information on these channels from some of the guys, I would think like myself, Denzel Moss, Paula, Narcon, Iron of the Soul, Narcology Unscripted, Dave, just a whole bunch of us guys that I believe, and some who are a lot more seasoned than I am, but at the same time, we all have an experience that we bring to the table. If you're getting healed in the way that I just spoke about, and you're moving forward as trying to regain your bearings, your balance, your life, generally speaking, to get it back to where it was before you met the narcissist, and even so, more so, in a better place now that you met the narcissist, because the narcissist taught us a lesson that we won't soon forget. It taught me that I have some work to do. It taught me that I'm undone. It taught me that I'm not as great as I think I am. I'm not as good, as well put together as I think I am. But additionally, it also taught me that what I do have and possess is something wholesome, and I should cherish that and continue to try to water that and see it grow to fruition. Now, as I said, it's not that hard to get focus. It starts by doing those things I just pointed out. You have to do the fundamental things, the elementary things. This is not a big leap. This is something that's going to happen as you crawl and begin to hold yourself up on furniture, whatnot. And this is an analogy of being a child, a newborn. You are newly born again. After you come to God, you're newly born. After you experience something by way of the narcissist, you are reborn again in many ways too. Because the new birth that you have now, you're birthing a newfound awareness of who you are. Now, that should be a good comfort to you, knowing that, wow, the old version of myself I thought was great, but now this new version of myself having this great self-awareness of the things around me, being more in tune of the things I see in society that I thought were sound, which are not. They're all flawed. They're all smoke screens. This should cause you an excitement right there, because there is so much more to be gained. There's so much more to discover about life, yourself, and the people around you. You look at life in a way that most people wish they could see. That in itself is bringing you into what I want to say is the focus. Imagine binoculars. Anyone who's ever looked through binoculars, if I hand you a set of binoculars, my focus, where I've adjusted them to see, to maximize what I'm seeing to the farthest distance, may not be comfortable for you. You may have to adjust them for yourself to fit your eyesight. So we're all going to go into our focus on different scales, different levels, different at a different pace. But know this is undeniable. If you are getting healing through isolation, education, and introspecting about your life, where it has gone and where you would like it to go, hopefully it's centered in God. Hopefully you can get a spiritual footing as a result of this narcissistic abuse, because there was something we did that we shouldn't have done. There were measures we took or steps we took that deviated from who we were as a human being. We made deals with the devil. Not to say we're perfect people, but we made deals with the devil. We bargained with our own self, and it cost us. So here we are. Continue to focus on the things in which you believe are pertinent to your life first, going forward, so you can help encourage other people to go forward. And it doesn't have to be some super duper unreachable, unattainable, over the top goal. It can start fundamentally. It can start practical. Say if you want to be a millionaire, that's not an impractical thought or aspiration to have. I tell people most often that, talk about riches. I say, I feel sometimes like I have a wealthy personality. And it sounds funny, but I do, because I can be in the presence of people with a lot of money, and it doesn't move me in the way that I think a lot of us are moved. And when I'm in the presence of somebody that's of high esteem, notoriety, which I've been in the presence of some celebrities, and it wasn't what I would have expected to behave like, but I contained myself. I was delighted to see that person. I had a real genuine conversation, and specifically speaking, a couple of Christian music artists. Micah Tyler, you can Google him. He's a country boy. I think out of Nebraska, Oklahoma, somewhere like that. And just has a beautiful voice. I got to see him here at the theater in the town we live in, and I had an autograph, picture, CD, to which none of this stuff I possess now because the narcissists took it all. They take those things that they think are so much sentimental to you, and if you're a true empath, that and chosen one that's awakened to the new self, those things bothered you then, but they don't now. I just chuckle because the elementary child's play of the narcissist is just so insidious. And so, staying back on topic, you want to focus your eyesight that's more comfortable for you. You have to be comfortable and not being pushed and trying to focus going forward. Now, mind you don't want to get stagnated either. When I say comfortable, because this is going to be anything but comfortable going forward, because you have to have a strong stomach, I believe, to embrace some of the stuff we talk about. When we tell you the narcissist never cared about you, they don't care. They never will care about you. Doesn't matter what they bought for you, what they did, what they helped you with. Because if you're measuring what they did for you in a monetary way, or even some would say, he was there when my mom died. Yeah, they're there because they're siphoning the energy and the fuel from that whole endeavor. They're siphoning. Because if you look back, the attention was towards them rather than the situation and the circumstance. So much so, that's why you're doting on and you're emphasizing their presence in that moment. You're still doting on that. That was by design. That was premeditated by them. They sat home or somewhere or laid in the bed with the other supply thinking, let me go over there and just pretend I care about my ex's mom. Let me give my condolences. See, a lot of this stuff seems so normal to the point where you would say, that's the thing that people do. That's having a heart. The narcissist doesn't have a heart like yours and mine. They have a head that's bent on, this is how they think, not with their heart, but with their head. They're hell-bent on doing the things that they know will get a certain desired reaction from you. You and I, as empaths, chosen ones, we may do something organically randomly out of an empathic nature, it will actually feel genuine. It won't only be genuine, it will feel genuine. If you're an awakened person, if you aren't awakened and you're aware, it will also feel genuine, but your intuition will tell you, it'll be nudging you like something just feels out of place. And that is the difference. So the focus of you, I, going forward is a beautiful thing, because now we don't have to worry about the adoption of the narcissist, because we adopted another child. You don't have to feel bad about giving that giving that what I want to do, an analogy. You don't have to feel bad at giving that rescue animal back, the narcissist. Give them back. It's a funny story. I gave a rescue dog back. It was a heartbreaking thing to do, but not with the narcissist. Give them back. Give them back. And this dog, the reason why I gave it back, actually I tried two rescues. The first one inevitably ended up, he was a chewer. He chewed electrical cords. I gave this dog back, and I just told the people straightforward, I don't even want the money, the donation I gave. I just cannot afford to keep replacing televisions, toasters, whatever had an electrical cord. This dog would somehow wedge his head back. Even the TV we had, it was one of those projection TVs at the time, and came out back like that. It was about this close to the wall. And you say to yourself, this dog couldn't stick his head back there, and it wasn't moved. It was seemingly still against the wall. How he did that, I don't know. Ate it up and pushed it back. I gave this dog back, and a month later, I was still finding things that this dog had chewed up. That was a heart-wrenching thing to do, because I don't know where that dog would have, who he ended up with, but who's gonna take care of this dog that's chewing things and destroying things? This is a narcissist. How are you gonna put him down? Don't do that, but you know what I mean. I'm not a fan of euthanizing animals either, but if they're suffering, that's probably was a triggering analogy. But I'm a dog owner. I'm a cat owner, so strong stomach. Remember. So anyway, the second one, I ended up Pomeranian Maltese, much like the dog I have now. It's a Pomeranian Maltese mix. This dog had a knack, would hike his leg, and I called him Gizmo because he looked like a dog from the Gremlins. He was black. He was a black Pomeranian Maltese, all black. Never saw one. And so I gave him a chance. And so he would hike his leg out of the cage. And you could take this dog out. You could take him all around the neighborhood for like an hour and walk him to do his business, whatever. He would probably do it once or twice, but when you got him back home and you went in the other room or even sitting in the living room, you could be sitting right there in the living room, he would hike his leg out of the cage and pee outside of the cage. So we put this dog up for, and I think I told this story before, but it doesn't matter. We can repeat for those who haven't heard it. Me and the second wife at the time, we just, the hardwood floors, this dog was just like, wow, and it happens. I got this dog, he urines. But I have these floors that are, with the new stuff they use now for that particular reason. It really doesn't matter that much, but I try to encourage him to go out. But this dog, Gizmo, my wife decided to put him up and an ad in the paper, and she did. 2 weeks later, once this dog, we said free dog to go home with a 50-pound bag of food, because we didn't want to take this one back to the rescue, to the mission. So I said I gave 2 back, but I didn't. The second one, we put it up for an ad. Somebody got this dog 2 weeks later. I lie to you not. There was an ad in the paper 2 weeks after they had gotten him from us, and it said free dog to go home. See, some of us are just not cut out to put up with the BS. We can only tolerate so much. What it does, it throws our focus off. You know, a burden is a burden is a burden. But sometimes when something or someone is hell bent on doing what they want to do, to the point where it throws your focus off, your life get turned upside down, then it's time to reevaluate. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Focus, man. We have to really, truly dig deep, focus on the you and the I as it pertains to our life going forward, our spiritual center, so we can be a benefit and a blessing to someone else. Otherwise, what are we here for? That being said, bless.